Hi, I'm Tom Garrity with Compass Point Family Business Consulting, and welcome to Conversations at Family Biz Matters. And I've been doing this for about 20 years, and one of the things that I see that derails family businesses as they're trying to transition from generation to generation, especially G2 to G3 or G3 to G4 or on down the path, is when they do not manage the powerful forces of love, power, and money. And when it's not managed well, quite frankly, the incumbent, the senior generation, is not having the kinds of conversations around love, power, and money that need to be had, we start creating sibling rivalries and cousin rivalries. And that's just probably the beginning of the end. There's a way to avoid this. Here's 2 things you can do tomorrow you can get started on. Number 1, build out a family constitution. Family constitution is sort of a rule book of who we are as a family. It's our core values. What are our core values? Why do we have this family business? What's the purpose of this family business? What's our vision for this family business? What do we hope this becomes? And do we want to be contributing to the community? Do we care about the community? Who gets to come to work in our family business? Do you as a family member, do you have to be competent, or do you get in because of your last name? What's our compensation policy? All those things that define who you are and how you're going to work together as a family in this family business. You do that inside of a constitution, you'd be amazed at the kinds of discussions and cohesion and alignment that this creates for the family going forward. So even if you're in your 3rd generation and you've never built out a constitution, never too late. Start. Get somebody to help you, somebody that's got some experience. They can walk you through. These are tremendous conversations, powerful conversations that are going to move your family forward. All right? Second thing you can do is, as you're thinking about transition and you eventually transitioning out of the business, keep in mind, ownership transition is different from leadership transition. Put this one to the side for a bit. Focus on leadership. Who's going to lead this company when you're not? Get that figured out and communicate it with people. All right? Communicate it with people. Who's going to lead? What's that leadership team look like? Start getting them into positions where they're having an opportunity to sort of start with the business so people can get used to them in some of these bigger roles, whether, again, family or non-family, and it's not such a shock on the system when it ultimately happens. It also gives you a chance to see if people are really up for it, right? Up for the task. Do they wash out? So, and here's a really great tool, a process to implement to help in this. And that is, ask your next gen to develop the succession plan. Ask them to get together and define who they see as the leader in the business going forward. And what do they see as their individual roles in the business? And what kind of development are they going to need? I think you'd be surprised. We're often surprised at what next gen comes back with. And it just leads to, again, very rich and robust conversation and takes away from the parents that what's pretty uncomfortable, like, choosing between your kids or choosing between your nieces and nephews. Kids have a lot of this stuff figured out. They'll do a lot of that heavy lifting that now you can come back together and modify it a bit and ultimately put your seal of approval on it and then get moving. Okay? Work on your family constitution. Let that next gen define a draft succession plan and then start implementing that. If you're a family business watching this, you're an incumbent, senior generation, or you're the next generation, love to see your comments below on how are you dealing with these powerful forces of love, power, and money in your family business. We'll start a conversation and share it with everybody. If you like what you heard, check out our blog, Family Biz Matters, on our website, compasspt.com. Thank you.